This week, President-elect Donald Trump surprised some selected Army veteran and Fox News host Pete Hegseth to be his Secretary of Defense. Hegseth earned 2 Bronze Stars for his service and deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, and Guantanamo Bay. If approved, he would oversee the nation's military and its $800 billion budget. Task Force 21 is a group of civic leaders who advocate for Minot Air Force Base and its importance to the Minot area. Some members are currently in Washington now. We reached out to the task force for reaction, and Chairman Mark Janser says we expected changes with the new administration and will work to tell them the story of Minot's importance to national defense. Others we spoke with shared concerns about their selection. Lisa Hermosillo, a veterans advocate who ran by the legislature, says she was shocked by the pick. She said in part previous remarks he has made about women serving in combat roles is not becoming of someone who is potentially going to be overseeing our military. The position of Secretary of Defense is very highly regarded, and this time I don't feel the right choice was made. The Associated Press reported today that North Dakota Senator John Hoeven called Hegseth a great communicator that Mr. Trump trusts.